Hey guys, welcome to the Ever Legion offer. You can get $140, $120, $140 if you make it to 5 Mystic Plus heroes within 14 days. And there are some milestones in between. When I did this offer, I made a whole bunch of mistakes, so I'll be showing you what not to do so that you can actually do this. Without money, I think there's still a chance that you will have to do this with spending maybe like $10. At max 20, I'll say, but expect to spend $10 and there's a chance of not spending at all, just doing this completely free to play, okay? Because you have to be very good, you have to know what you're doing from day one. And this is a blitz offer. On day one, you have to do a lot of it, a lot of it. On day 2 to 7, you got to do quite a bit, but not as much as day 1. And then from day 8 to 14, those are the lax days. Like you kind of slow down a little bit. But this is a tiny bit intensive, but it's also not that difficult to understand once I explain it to you. Okay, so let's get to where you should get these offers, and I'll show you the strategies for this offers. First thing you should know is the LD player, which I'm on right now, is basically a phone on your computer. It's an emulator, an Android emulator. That's going to be crucial unless you have another phone. Unless you have a second phone that you can just keep resetting, and resetting is like wiping out all memory on that phone. If you have a phone like that, you can reset it and you can use it for this offer. That's going to help you a lot. It's going to be necessary for this offer. Okay. That's what the LD player is for, though. If you're on your computer, that's your phone on your computer, and that's going to be a big part of my strategy to you. Okay, now MyPoint Swagbuck's FreeCash is 3 main websites. Now, FreeCash currently does not have the offer from what I'm seeing, but you might see it. Some offers go to certain regions and they come late to my region, so that could happen. But MyPoint and Swagbucks has this at $120 to $140, which is pretty crazy. GG2U is a backup for anyone who can't access any of these websites, and there's a Discord. Ask for the ingot roll and roll requests, and also comment in the Coffin Ingots channel, text channel, for any help. All right. Okay. MyPoint, Swagbucks, FreeCash, GG2U. Let's go MyPoints first. Click on the referral link in the descriptions here, and you should get to this area and click on deals. And yeah, it's a couple dollars bonus. There's a referral bonus, and then there's like a sign-in bonus, so that's kind of nice. And then you go to categories, entertainment, and then you're going to look for. You probably have to scroll down a whole bunch to try to find this offer because it's kind of low down. Like you have to scroll down, and it loads more offers, and they scroll down. Look for this picture, and it's not that easy to find. It's a little bit camouflaged, but it pays a whole bunch. This one's the one with about $140 if you do a Visa reward card, which is pretty nice. But I have to keep scrolling down. Oh, there we go. Ever Legion, right? This one doesn't stand out compared to everything else. So, this is a award worth 10 for 14 days, which is pretty good. Okay. Do you like the RPG game? Blah blah blah. Okay. Clear stages 1 to 6 to earn 9 points, which is nothing. Stage 228 to 34, which is still a tutorial. Then you have to get 5 Elite Plus heroes in 7 days for $1. 5 Legendary heroes within 7 days to earn $3 about, yeah, and then 5 epic heroes in 14 days to earn, I think this is like $30 something, right? And then 5 epic plus heroes in 14 days to earn, this is about $100. So this is your main goal. Now, when I did this offer, I made it up to epic, and then I couldn't make it for the next day. Like I gave up on day 13. That's because I made a whole bunch of mistakes learning the game. Okay, so I'm going to show you the mistakes that you should not do, such as not spending in events for champions because it's more costly and you get less out of it. And also not spending so much on equipment. All right, certain types of equipment, I'll get to it, but I made a whole bunch of mistakes. I'm going to show you my mistakes. Okay, 5 epic plus heroes in 14 days. So you should expect to be able to do this completely free to play if you spend a whole bunch of time. So if you're going to do some work and then you come back to this game and then do some work and then come back to this game. Right, that's my expectations of what you're going to do. And day one is going to be like this cram session. You got to do a lot in day 1, as much as you can. Okay, from day 2 to 7, it's pretty good, but you still have to do a lot. From day 8 to 14, it kind of slows down. You don't have to do as much because you're not progressing as much. But I'm telling you, day 1 is the most important, and then the days after that is the second most important. Okay, if you don't have that, it's going to be hard on you from day 8 to 14. Okay, So this is the offer, right, from MyPoints. It's the same thing on Swagbucks. Click on the referral link here. Gives both you and I a couple dollars bonus, right? And then you go over here, discover games, and it's pretty much the same conditions. Now it pays 120 something dollars, 24, 25, but that's for PayPal. And they also have like every $25 gift card you get every month is discounted by 12%. So I guess it's technically better if you don't know, redeem all this over 5 months. Okay, this is $124.25. Same conditions, right? But it seems like more people do Swagbucks because it's more people can access Swagbucks. Okay, so this is Every Legion on this. Just go to Discover Games for that. FreeCash at the moment doesn't have it, at least for my section, but I'm pretty sure at some point they're gonna have it too. So you just go to Offers and you'll search for Every Legion. Okay, and right now it's not here, but it will eventually get here. I just don't know when. Okay, there's a lot of games that were like this before, like AFK Arena. I think that was one of the games from last year. That's like this. If you played that, you know how to do this. It's a system that's been recycled through different games. Okay, but yeah, the referral link on FreeCash does not give as much as Swagbucks and MyPoints. Okay, guys, let's get into the strategies. So the requirement is to get to Mythical Plus. Oops, my phone. The Mythical Plus, right? And you have a whole bunch of ranks you got to get through before you do that. Rank. You need 2 of the same for rare units to Rare Plus to Elite, 2 of the same faction of Rare Plus, Elite and Elite Plus. You can read this on your own time, okay? And then there's, at the very end, don't forget Epic to Mythical requires 2 Elite Pluses of the same unit. Okay, let's get into the game now. So, what is all this Ascension that we're talking about here? What is this requirement? Well, Altar of Ascension is one of the most important parts of the game. It's where you get these ranks, okay? So you guys can see this is let's do this. This is rare. Okay, rare, you need to collect 3 of the same type to get into Rare Plus, which is, let's find a Rare Plus here. This is a Rare Plus. All right, Rare Plus has these edges. Now Rare Plus, keep in mind these are the same faction, right? There's 4 different factions that you need to really care about. 1, 2, 3, 4. Illuminati Ardent is the yellow type. Green is Vitalis. This is purple is what? Eternal, the undeads. Okay, so we were talking about rare. You need 3 of it together. Rare plus, you need 3 of the rare pluses together of the same type. It doesn't matter which type, which champion, as long as it's the same faction, right? Now, if you get to that, then you get to Elite. All right, now you need 1 of the same character to get to Elite Plus for the next Ascension. So this is Elite Plus. Now you need 2 other Elite Pluses of the same faction, but it doesn't matter who they are, right? It's not that specific. It just needs to be green. And you combine that into Legendary, and this is, where's the Legendary? This is a Legendary, okay? Now Legendary requires an Elite Plus of the same character, which means you gotta combine 2 purples into this edged purple, right? And once you get to Elite Plus, which requires 2 other Elite Pluses of the same type, then that becomes Legendary Plus, which is, I made it at Legendary Plus here. This is Legendary Plus, yellow with the edges, right? Now Legendary Plus, you need another random Legendary Plus of the same faction, and then that becomes this mythical. I think that's the rank. Mythical is the rank you need for the 2nd tier. But in order for you to actually get the 100 and something, you need Mythical Plus, which it requires another a Legendary Plus of the same faction. Thank God it doesn't have to be the same character, right? So I can actually just sacrifice this girl to get Mythical Plus. Now, I actually did not manage to finish this offer in time because I made a whole bunch of mistakes, but I was pretty close. This is how much I got within 13 days. I gave up on the 13th day because it was just too much. It was too difficult to make it work if that was actually going to work. Okay, so yeah, I got pretty close, but as long as you don't make my mistakes, as long as you follow this, you should be able to make it. But you know, just leave $10 in Google Play just in case you don't make, in case you mess up or you get really bad luck. Okay, but yeah, I got pretty close. So I actually was able to make some Mythical Pluses on day 13, but I was missing like 2 or 3, which is take too long. Okay, so these are the ranking types. Now here's the thing, you guys see these S1 marks on the bottom left? That means they're mythical types, which means that you can actually upgrade them past Legendary Plus. However, if a champion starts off as either well, if a champion does not have S1, S2, or S3 on the bottom left, that means their highest rank is Legendary Plus, which means you're going to use that Legendary Plus as a sacrifice so that you can get this guy to get these champions up to Mythical. Okay, and also Mythical Plus, because you also need a Legendary Plus to get the Mythical Plus. Okay, so that's what you need to do. Okay, you need to collect a whole bunch of champions, upgrade them at the Altar of Ascension until you get to Mythical Plus, right? I can get this one to Mythical Plus if I wanted to. So I have 2 Mythical Pluses here. This girl, I could probably get to Mythical Plus. Almost. I was almost there. And this one, I had 2 Mythicals, and I was pretty close to Mythical Plus. So that's pretty crazy, right? But I did not get there. Okay, so that's what you have to do. That's your goal. That's how you get the $100 and something. There's a whole bunch of other buildings, which the tutorial will show you. I'm only going to tell you about the ones that I wish I knew before I started. Okay, because the tutorial does a pretty good job of like slowly giving you stuff that you can understand. Okay, there's a whole bunch of buildings here. The home is where you build stuff. Island Manor actually didn't do much. Wild is where you go collect stuff. But your main goal should be battle. Okay, so in day 1, you really want to get into it. Like day 1 is the most important part. Well, of this entire thing, really. Day 2 to 7 is the second most important part. You still have to do a lot. And the reason is because as you play the game, you're going to unlock more heroes. But that's actually a problem because there's a chance of getting an elite hero, an S1 hero, which is what you need to get the Mythical Plus, right? But if more types of heroes start to show up, then it's harder to get 2 of the same hero. And you need 2 of the same hero in order to get to these elite pluses. And so that you can sacrifice them for a legendary, so you can sacrifice that for mythic, right? So by day 8 to 14, you should probably have done most of your work from the first week, okay? Because it gets harder from day 8 to 14. It's worse because you have a chance of getting these near heroes that you don't need at all. So yeah, okay. That's probably the 2. That was a top tip for sure. All right, day 1, play as much as possible and get campaign up as much as you can. Campaign is number 1, and because they have like this offline time where you can get a whole bunch of rewards, some equipment, some stuff, and then you also have the Wild, which has the Sky Tower, which also gives you a ton of stuff. All right, also give you a lot of diamonds, which is necessary. Coins, crystals, and rare hero fragments. Now, you can go and grab hero fragments from outside, but those are actually just extra stuff. Like events is also a pretty big thing, right? But what you want to do is just to go to the tavern for most of it, probably like 60%, 70%. It's just going to the tavern and clicking summon on the common scrolls, and you have a guaranteed rare or elite hero within 10 pulls. So you want to keep doing 10 pulls. Do not do one at a time. You want to keep spending your diamonds on this, and it's going to be really easy to get diamonds in the beginning. And yeah, you want to save like maybe 10-20% of your diamonds for like equipment later on. But I would definitely say that spend most of it on these common scrolls. Okay, diamonds just on scrolls, so that you can get heroes, which you can then go to the Altar Ascension and combine together so you can get higher and higher ranks so that you can finally get that $100 something. However, you're going to have the dock is also pretty important here, right? So the dock is when you have some common heroes, you can dismiss some heroes and then you can get some credit out of that, but you can also reset heroes. Yeah, there's a cost for resetting heroes after a certain level, but in the beginning, just reset as much as you need, right? This, you want 5 heroes of the top levels. You want to combine all your resources into 5 heroes. The reason is because with those 5 heroes, there's something called the Wellspring on the right here. You can actually put heroes, you don't have to use resources on these guys, and then you can just add heroes, and then they'll, from level 1 heroes, they're going to turn into level 140, or whatever your lowest hero level is, right? So my lowest hero level is 140. That's what my other guys are going to be, level 140. This is important because you need different heroes with strong abilities. There's tactics in this. You got to understand the heroes. Now, which hero you get is random, so I'm not going to show you every single hero, but I will show you some tactics which I use with my hero. Now, as for which hero is the absolute best, because there is an event that helps you like increase your chance of getting this specific hero. Number one hero for damage dealing when you first start out is Niviana, alright? And you'll also get her for free in the daily login, so she's great. Absolutely great. She's probably going to be your first hero to be, well, your most powerful hero. The second most powerful hero is Malachi, right? For S1s, Malachi. Now, Malachi is an assassin, goes around, he can teleport. He switches places with the guy he's across from. So if he's in the back, then he switches places with the guy in the back from your hero's perspective, right? Okay, and then there's also, I mean, aside from those two, I just recommend getting Illuminati and also the Illuminated, okay? But if you do want to go, if you get lucky, this hero is probably the most used. Helia, right? That's the most used in this game. And also, I think Kolgus is nice for his leech, so that when your heroes deal damage, they'll heal some, which is pretty good. Okay, but I did get this hero that really helped with a lot of different modes, and this is Melusine, which has a mystery skill of just healing people. So that's also really helpful, which is why I basically used a combination of Melusine, not really this guy, but so I had this girl to heal during those endurance modes, Malachi for extra damage, and then I had like another purple style thing. Here's the thing, there's a bonus when you fight, so let me show you the bonus. All right, let's go to the battle. I'm probably gonna lose this one, or maybe I won't, who knows. But I'm gonna show you the battle formation, okay, which is pretty important. So you guys see that here, there is increase the attributes of all allied units by 10%, attack by 10%, HP by 10% if you use 3 heroes of the same faction. My 3 factions are 3 I forgot what they are, just the purple types. They just call them that, right? However, if I do this to 3 and 2, which is the next best formation, then I could probably get something like this. Oops. Well, yeah, okay, Herb, I'm gonna remove him, so that there's this 3 and 2. So I have 3 of one faction, 2 of another. That gives me the 15% bonus. Now, if I have 4 of the same faction, in which case it'll be something like this, I'll get 15% attack, 20% HP. And if you have 5 of the same faction, then you get a full bonus of 25% and 25%. Now, the other 3 versions are special. All right, Udic counts as any one of these if you need to. Davik has his own thing. I forgot what this Elemental does. I think he had some other random. I never got one, so it doesn't matter. Okay, but in general, you do not want to do this because it's hard to ascend all these heroes of the same faction because you're sharing resources. However, if you have one of each, just making sure they're good, it's still better than having some of these bonuses sometimes. So I kind of like having a 3 and 2. So my formation would usually just be something like this. Let's put, yeah, the stabby guy. All right, so stabby guys in the front. Okay. One more thing though. If you get this guy, he's awesome. All right, he's an awesome tank. You guys can see he's gonna grab this guy, pull him in, stun him, and then when this guy finally gets back up and attacks him, he's gonna sap some of his energy. You want to use this guy against the most powerful guy on the other side, because that means the other guy will not be able to use as much of his abilities because this guy is sapping his energy, and also he stuns him for a while. So that's kind of nice. So let's play this out for a while. I'll try to narrate over this at not ×2 speed. All right, this is not ×2 speed. So right now these two are. This is a tank. This guy just like pushes forward. He moves stuff around. People knock down. As you guys can see, this guy knocked him down, stopped him from attacking. Each time they attack, they gain energy. If you stop him from attacking, he does not gain energy, which is awesome. And then, yeah, right, I forgot to use the special ability. But yeah, that special ability is the most powerful. All right. Ooh, okay, this wasn't too strong. This opponent wasn't too strong. Let's double time this so we can finish this off. Let's do another battle so I'll show you guys more of how these abilities are working together, because you need good tactics. Okay, right now this guy looks like he's a ranger, so I'm gonna pull this guy over, and so I can pull her in because mages are not good in close quarter combats. and then this guy teleports this guy over. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so this guy's a tank, or kind of tanky. He pushes down, knocks people over. Putting her on the side so that she's not a target of people because she's the damage dealer. A lot is happening right now. Okay, yeah, I really like Casper. Oh no, okay, I died. I wasn't able to use her mystery. That was very close though. Yeah, another good thing about Kalakai, the assassin, is that after his death, he can come back and still attack people and deal a lot of damage. So it's part of the reason why I like her. Okay, so I've kind of shown you how the fights work. Okay, you gotta figure out what each hero does. You can check out what their abilities does if you want to by clicking on them and then going to skills, and you can read each one. As you level up, and while you level up, you're gonna use gold and potions, which is you just get them from attacking stuff. Okay, it's a very common resource. Now, as you level up to a certain level, so if I get to 161, I'll have this ultimate skill will improve. All right, same thing with this third skill, same thing with this. Different levels unlock different stuff. And so when you actually improve these heroes using potions and gold, you want to get them to the next 10 or 20 levels for the next ability. Okay, you don't want to go, oh, everything's level 5. I don't want level 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, right? Because you guys can see, let me level up one for you. All right, I'm leveling this up, all right, and then the next thing, so this is level 10. The first level up will level up an ability, and the abilities are worth more than the power almost, right? It's like a bonus for power. So if I click on level up, and you guys can see that there's an extra resource you need for this, crystals, right? Crystals are needed to level up every ability. So these abilities will rank up, and so you guys can see in skills. If I get to level 11, this is level 81, level 41, 11. I unlock this ability at level 11, right? And so you want to level these guys up from 1 to 11, and then 11 to 21, and then 21 to 41, 41 to 81, I think. Or I don't know if a 60 had something. Maybe it does. 41, 61. All right, 41 to 61, 61 to 81. Do not level up evenly, okay? Do not level up like level 15 on everybody, because abilities matter in a fight, okay? And abilities will make your life way easier because you're stronger, and you can go farther in the campaign. Campaign's a big thing. And I don't really need to go through the wild. If you have any questions, you can ask about this, but you want to follow the exclamation marks for this. You want to come back and do a little bit of everything every single day, right? Spirit Realms is every 2 days. Expedition hasn't opened yet. Tales of DK is nice. It's a little bit. Arena, you get some rewards. Just do a little bit of everything in the wild. Go down the list. You will slowly unlock it. I don't need to talk about that. Follow the exclamation marks though, because they lead you to rewards, extra rewards. And then also on the left here, bottom left, you guys will see a Jungle Hen, which gives you some equipment. Chronicles, which is pretty nice for a lot of like small achievements. You get small amounts of diamonds, right? Diamonds is used for summoning people, so this is nice. And then you have Trading House stalwarts. Just click on them a little bit, and especially that exclamation mark. Now, as for equipment, which I don't really need to go over too much, it has the same ranking system as the heroes, right? It's the same thing. It's just go from rare, common to rare to elite, elite plus, and then the legendary, legendary plus, and then I think I have a mythic somewhere. Yeah, I have a, or epic. They call it epic in this one, I guess. Epic, and then epic, epic plus. I think you'll probably just have like 1 or 2 pieces of epic. So when you upgrade these guys, do not upgrade too much in the beginning, because then you'll have kind of wasted it a little bit. I would, at most, I would only upgrade elite or elite plus, or legendary or epic. Okay, only those 3 ranks. Do not upgrade rare types, because that's kind of a waste. Okay, and you're gonna get better ones eventually. Now, where do you get these? Well, where do you get the equipment? Well, you actually get a lot of it from just campaign, which is why I kept mentioning campaign. Campaign gives you a whole bunch of equipment here, along with potions and those gold. And there's a lot of extra rewards for potions and gold and stuff that you can get from your bag. So if I click on bag, it's loading a little bit. All right, there we go. Bag, All right, so the bag has like, oh, this is 8 hours of potions or 6 hours of crystals. You won't. This is based on the campaign level, right? So the higher level you are in the campaign, the more you get, which is why you want to use this at the very end when you can't go any farther in the campaign. Then you use stuff like this. Okay. But yeah, I mean, this is also where you use hero fragments to get stuff. Okay, you can get a whole ton of, you can see pretty much everything here, right? This is all the equipments. This is the sunstones, which you'll get from, I forgot where you get them from, but you just kind of get, I kind of forgot where I got this from, but it always shows up with like an exclamation mark, and I'll just remember and do it. So, you know, I don't really have to show you that, right? Okay. Let's go back to this. Jungle hunt. Oh, I went over this already. Follow the exclamation marks. Like, I didn't really need to know what any of this stuff. I just followed exclamation marks for most of it, and I was fine. Okay, yeah. I remember what I was going to say now. So, Spirit Realm is where you can actually meet a merchant. Now, I already finished this version, but you're basically fighting these guys. You're fighting weak, and then medium strong, and then pretty strong enemies, which is why I really like this hero that heals. Right? If you get this hero, you know, put her, like, even if you don't use her as a main thing, you should probably have her pretty strong, because she's great for these endurance type of modes, which give you a lot of extra, well, extra of everything, really, because these guys give a lot of everything. But there's a merchant in here that gives a really good discount on a pretty high level equipment. I would buy maybe Elite Plus, or Legendary Plus, or at the very best, it's probably Epic, right? Do not buy anything that's lower than Elite Plus. Okay, that's my recommendation to you. Unless you're like level 1 and you somehow get an Epic, that's pretty nice. There's a 40% off in the Spirit Realm, and it's better than the market that you will see. This is Tavern. It's better than the market that you will see in Market. Okay, so yeah, I mean, at my level, you guys will start getting epics you can spend diamonds on. Don't do it. It's only 10% off. Go for the, you want to go back to the realm that I just showed you. Fire truck. You have to go back to the realm that I just showed you to get that 40% off. It's way better, okay? And also, don't spend too much on equipment. They help you advance, but if it starts costing too many diamonds, you're starting to lose out on some heroes. And also, I guess there's a... this could help, you know, if you really need like another rare hero to sacrifice to increase your rank, that could help. But you can also use your excess gold for some ranks here, and you guys can see the little exclamation marks that'll show you which heroes you might this might help. Okay, there's some other stuff, you know, guide stuff. You just go to the guide and do their events. That's it. And you get those coins. The docks, this is okay, so docks is where you sacrifice the common heroes. I would get the elite hero fragments, but I would also get the rare hero fragments, because those are good for sacrifice. These are the cheapest versions for sacrifice. So I got everything here. This is twice the value, so I said no to that. But I was going for the elite heroes, right, fragments, right? That helped me with the offer, just in general. Okay, this is the realm, which you'll unlock a little bit later just by doing the Spirit Realm. Spirit Realm, remember, is the place that we get the merchant. So you get some coins for that too. And I managed to get, I think I picked this guy for 45,000. I would also pick the crystals. The crystals are useful to upgrade your abilities. You're eventually going to run out of it, so you want as much of it as possible. Right? And then also these rare types. All right, these are rare types are just really good for sacrificing and increasing my ascension level. Okay, but yeah, this one I would actually wait before I actually collect anything, because I need to know which heroes I want to ascend. Okay. Next thing is Coliseum, which is much later. I never really got to buy anything out of this, so I'm just gonna ignore this. Palace Store is okay. This is where you get the crowns, and yeah, these crowns. I forgot which event you can get it from, but it'll show up with an exclamation mark every single day. So you should be fine, right? If I go to the heroes, you guys will see equipment and crowns. Okay, so there's talents, which I never got to, so it doesn't matter. Stats, which sometimes for every new hero you can collect diamonds from that, and then go back. And then go to hero. This is where you get the 4 types of equipment. There's an artifact you can get from doing stuff at home. And then this is after you get this guy to epic rank. All right. Then you can start upgrading with these special stones or whatever. But like this is like late game, so I don't need to really this is like stuff you think about after you get an epic, which is by that time you'll know the game well enough. Okay, so this artifact is one of a kind. You can put it on different heroes. You want to put it on your strongest hero, the damage dealer. There's a couple different types of artifacts as well, right? This one I just got to epic, so I can upgrade this guy with the lower rank stone here. But I just kind of liked putting it on the damage dealer. Okay, so you guys see there's talents, stats. Stats is where you get the diamonds for a new hero. Skills to show you which is your next ability, and then you have Holy Crown, which you can also enhance these Holy Crowns, but basically you collect it every single day. You do some modes every single day, and then you can also enhance it using other crowns, level 1 crowns especially. Okay, sacrifice those level 1 crowns. However, I recommend getting at least a 3-star crown before you enhance it, and each character can have a version. There's different versions of this, right? If you have 4 of these pieces, this special effect happens. If you only have 2, then you only get 30 defense, right? The 4-piece effect is obviously better than 2-piece effects, even if you double it. So, okay, there's not much else to say about the crowns because it eventually comes and you'll learn how to use it very easily. But I will say, a couple tips more. Diamonds always just spend on the heroes, all right, at home. Do not spend diamonds elsewhere except for maybe the Spirit Realm, which is where you get the Spirit Realm. Where you get the Merchant 40% off. That I would take, but only at Elite Plus equipment or higher. Okay, and I don't think there's much else I have to say. If you have any questions, like let's say you got a random hero that you don't know what to do with, you can ask me about it. All right, there are some heroes that have S1 on them that are just not that good. Like this girl is just not that good. She's a good setup for like a damage deal like her, but she needs to be faster than her, and if she's not, then it's a little bit pointless. She just increases the damage that's being dealt to the enemy. Okay, I'm going to ignore the Island Manor. It didn't really help me with anything. Wellsprings. Victory Monument is just where you can collect extra diamonds. Guide, just do your guide stuff. Chapel, they do a pretty good job of this. I mean, you just come in and I didn't really do too much about this. You just come in, collect some friends for your bonds. That gives you some extra stats. But it keeps changing. All right, just follow the exclamation marks is all you need to know about this. And then market I already showed you, so I've kind of went over everything at home, which is nice. Don't think there's anything else. There's some events here. There's like this special event on the right as well. And there's different stuff that happens here. I would not spend any diamonds here at all. All right, and then I've mentioned the S1 already. So the Dragon Abyss doesn't matter. King's Colosseum, just do it. Sky, Tales of Decay, just come when there's an exclamation mark. Arena, just do it sometime every day. And then Isle of Mist. Okay, so Isle of Mist, this is another place where you really need a healer. All right, some kind of healer. So it could be anything from I think the 2 that I know the most about is probably going to be her. All right, if you have Melusine, even if it breaks your faction bonus when in battle, I would use Melusine just to heal. The other one I think that does really well, pretty well, but not like completely. This is Leech. Leech means the damage you deal for every point of damage you deal, you get a percentage of that health back. This is good for long endurance battles, and this is really important for the Isle of Mist. All right, Isle of Mist is also where you get artifacts. All right, remember artifacts is this thing here. On the heroes. That's like only one of them in the game, right? So this is an artifact. Only one of them in the game, and you give it to the best heroes that you can get. If it's an assassin, give them the rage. If it's this is what Vision. This is restoring energy. I'll give it to the damage dealers, right? And then this is Dial's Blessing, which is a shield. I'll give it to the tank. Okay, you can figure out what type it is just by this is a strength-based hero, but he's also kind of a tank, right? This is a class as tank. Main role is tank. Yeah, just click on this if you don't know what you're doing. There's a factional advantage of rock, paper, scissors I did not bother to even look at because it just didn't really help by knowing all of this. Let's go to the next section. Let's see, invite section. All right, that's actually the next section. Okay, let's get into the invite section. Okay, now if you have, you guys can see I've invited myself 20 times, and the requirements is to get to stage 2-8. Okay, 2-8. Once your friend gets to 2-8, then you will get a whole bunch of rewards, which includes some common scrolls, which you need to get heroes from. Now, there's additional rewards because if your hero, if your friend gets one mythical hero, which is S1, right? If you just get one version of him, you get some rewards, some couple hours of rewards. And then there's 5 mythical heroes, 10 mythical heroes, which is what I went to. And those take a while, but it's worth it. So you get some summoning scrolls and some extra crystals and vials. All right, this is pretty important. You can do 20 of these. I would recommend doing at least 5 in the first day. Like, don't throw these away. And how would you do so many of these? Well, you can get another phone and factory reset, or you can do the LD player. So you guys can see the LD player. There's a link in the description of this video. For the LD player, it's the first link, and it's loading. I'm going to pause this, and all right, so this is the first link, LD player, right? Get on the first link, get over here, do some views of this, and then once you get to stage 2-8, which is just a tutorial, you'll get the first 3 summoning scrolls, but afterwards you can get a 10 mythical heroes, which means 10 heroes with S10. If you ascend them, it still counts. Okay, so you need anything with S1 on it. You need 10 of those, and if you do it yourself, you can use the LD player as an extra phone, and you can use the same Google account. Just make sure not to link your account. Okay, just use the same Google account, create a new instance, like I did here, and you guys can see I have like Evernote Referral 19, and then I play that until he gets 10 heroes. I would probably like give it a couple days for each account because it's easier. It's easier if you do the daily login rewards because you get an extra 10 scrolls, you get an extra S1. It saves you a lot of time if you start early. Okay, so you can make 20 of them and then log in every single day to collect the rewards, play a little bit to get more diamonds, just blitz it out, and then you should be able to get at least 5 in like one day. And maybe in 2 or 3 days you get 10. Okay, I've done 10 in one day before, and that's by not playing that much too. So it's pretty nice. That is the ultimate boost that I can give you. That isn't money. Okay, but even with that, it's hard. Like if you mess up too much, it's still hard to do even with this boost. Now there are some codes. You can type in EverLegion codes, but they didn't seem to work because it just seemed like the moment the code comes out, I think you probably have like a day to use the code. Okay, you can actually use the code in, I think this is under settings. So click on your avatar, go to settings, and then there's like a redeem code. But it just doesn't seem like the code worked for me at all. It just seemed like it expired quickly, and so none of the codes that I was given worked. So you have to keep coming back if you really want a code. But it's up to you if you want to keep checking. Okay, guys, that's my last tip for you guys. Hopefully that helps. And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. See you guys in the next one.